The roar of 50,000 fans at Suncorp Stadium shatters the night. Brisbane Broncos, down by 18 with 5 minutes left, suddenly alive as Reece Walsh threads a miracle pass through 3 Storm defenders, only for it to be intercepted in a gut-wrenching fumble that sends Melbourne's Harry Grant sprinting free. But wait, is that a forward pass? The ref's whistle pierces the chaos, and the stadium holds its breath. What if this call flips the entire final script? Smash that like button right now and subscribe for every pulse-pounding NRL twist, your front row seat to glory or heartbreak. The siren blares for kickoff under the golden Brisbane lights, and it's electric from the jump. Brisbane Broncos, fueled by a season of redemption after last year's heartbreak, charge out with Payne Haas bulldozing through the Storm's line like a freight train on steroids. Melbourne Storm, the premiership juggernauts with 5 rings in the last decade, counter with Jarome Hughes' pinpoint grubber that Jariam Beulah snaffles for the first try, 6-0 after 2 minutes, and the away fans erupt in purple thunder. But hold on, the Broncos hit back ferociously. Ezra Mam dances through traffic, offloads to Selwyn Cabo who grounds it in the corner despite Ryan Papenhuizen's desperate dive. Conversion splits the posts, 6-6, and the crowd's on its feet, hearts hammering. Halftime looms with Storm edging ahead 12-10 on a Harry Grant barnstormer, but whispers swirl. Is Billy Slater's Broncos squad finally cracking the Craig Bellamy code? Tensions simmer as penalties mount, Storm's 2 for high tackles, Broncos 1 for offside, and the bench erupts in heated exchanges. Adam Reynolds, the grizzled halfback nursing a dodgy calf, limps off for HIA, leaving Dane Mariner to steady the ship. Viewers at home grip their remotes. This isn't just a semi-final, it's a grudge match etched in sweat and spite. As the teams huddle, Storm's Nelson Asofa Solomona glares across the turf, promising more carnage. The second stanza beckons, with Brisbane's underdog fire clashing against Melbourne's clinical machine. Will Haas' forward pack grind them down, or does Papenhuizen's speed seal another Storm dynasty? Every tackle echoes like thunder, every ruck a battlefield, pulling you deeper into this NRL epic where heroes rise and villains fall in the blink of an eye. And if you're loving this NRL frenzy but crave more insider edge on the court, tune into Tennis Insider, your ultimate source for aces, rivalries, and Grand Slam secrets that keep the world spinning. The break ends, and the Storm strike first. Hughes lofts a bomb that Beulah leaps for, but Cabo's aerial duel sends it spilling loose, allowing Grant to scoop and score under the posts. 18-10 Melbourne, and Bellamy pumps his fist from the coach's box, his steely gaze unyielding. Broncos fans hold their breath as Reynolds returns, barking orders like a general in siege. Then, the surge, Haas powers over for a morale-boosting 4-pointer, dragging 2 defenders into the mud, 18-16, and the decibel levels shatter records. But surprise cracks the narrative wide open. Papenhuizen, the human highlight reel, slices through on a Cam Munster cutout pass, evading Walsh's lunge to plant it untouched. 24-16 with 20 minutes left, and Storm's bench roars approval, but wait, replay shows a knock-on in the build-up? No, it's clean, and the TMO waves it through, leaving Brisbane shell-shocked. Reynolds rallies with a 40-20 that pins Melbourne deep, setting up Mariners' bulldozing run, try. 24-22, conversion good, and Suncorp quakes as if the earth's splitting. The clock ticks mercilessly, Storm's defense bends but doesn't break, with Asofa Solomona's offloads keeping the Broncos at bay. A late sin bin for Storm's Trent Wayero on a dangerous tackle gifts Brisbane field position, and in a heartbeat of brilliance, Walsh dummies twice before threading to Kotoni Staggs, try. 24-28 Broncos lead with 8 minutes to play, the upset brewing like a storm of its own. Melbourne claws back with a Munster penalty goal, 26-28, but the final whistle nears, every scrum a knife edge, every pass a prayer. This finals thriller pulses with raw emotion, where one fumbled ball could crown kings or shatter dreams, drawing you inexorably into the fray. Tennis Insider here, dropping NRL heat while we gear up for the next tennis showdown. Hit subscribe to never miss the crossover chaos. As the clock dips under 5, pandemonium reigns. Broncos protect their slim lead with Haas Herculean carries, but Storm's desperation yields gold, a Hughes bomb that Papenhuisen regathers mid-air, flipping the script with a 70-meter counter that ends in Beulah's diving equalizer. 32-28 Melbourne, Golden Point territory now a razor-wire tightrope, and the stadium's a cauldron of cheers and curses. Reynolds, ice in his veins, slots a field goal attempt wide under pressure, miss, and the crowd gasps in unison. Then, the moment that rewrites history, Walsh intercepts a loose Munster pass, sprints 40 meters, and offloads to Cabo, who crashes over untouched. Siren sounds, Broncos win 34-32 in extra time's dying seconds, the upset of the decade exploding like fireworks. Players collapse in heaps of joy and agony. Haas lifts Walsh on his shoulders as confetti rains, while Bellamy's Storm huddle in stunned silence, premiership hopes dashed in a blur of bravery and blunder. This wasn't mere rugby league, it was a symphony of savagery, where underdogs devoured giants in a feast of finals fury. Post-match, Reynolds chokes up an interview, "For the club, for the fans, this one's ours." Storm's Grant nods respect across the divide, vowing revenge next year. As the lights dim on Suncorp, the NRL world buzzes. Broncos march to the grand final, a phoenix from the ashes, proving heart trumps history every time. What a ride, what a revelation. Live updates like this keep the fire alive, turning spectators into storytellers in the grand tapestry of sports' unscripted drama. Tennis Insider signing off. Thanks for riding this NRL roller coaster with us. Smash subscribe for more live legends across the lines.
Their work ethic forged in those brutal sessions now exploding in clutch moments. A forward who barely scraped a bench spot earlier. He's now terrorizing opposition packs, sacking the ball like it's personal. Reynolds marvels at it, his halfback instincts humming with the rhythm of redemption. But cliffhanger alert. With the grand final siren echoing in their dreams, one lingering question haunts. Will this renewed brotherhood shatter under premiership pressure, or forge an unbreakable legacy? The stakes skyrocket as Storm looms, their dynasty machine revving. Reynolds confides in hushed tones post-training, the weight of 19 drought years pressing down. Yet in Maguire's unblinking vision, he sees echoes of that Rabbitoh's glory, a blueprint etched in sweat and scars. The club, built on Lang Park legends, pulses with untapped fury. Fans, loyal through lean years, pack the stands like a tidal wave, their roars a siren's call to destiny. But what if one slip, one errant pass, unravels it all? The tension coils tighter, hearts pounding in unison. Welcome to Aussie Sport Central, where we dive deep into the raw pulse of down under footy. Stick around for more epic tales that hit harder than a Reece Walsh step. Now, as the grand final dawn breaks over Suncorp, Reynolds stands shoulder to shoulder with Maguire, the air thick with the scent of glory and ghosts of grand finals past. Surprise surges again. The coach who divided a dressing room now unites it. His decisions, dropping stars for standards, drilling until dawn, not gambles, but prophesies fulfilled. Reynolds recounts how those sessions, mocked as madness early on, birth beasts who thrive in the cauldron. Backs covering ground like gazelles, forwards crashing like avalanches, all sync to a halfback's whisper. The resurgence? No fluke, but a symphony of sweat, where mid-season magic flipped the script from also-rans to assassins. Yet here's the heartstopper. In quiet moments, Reynolds admits the fear that gnawed. Would his body, patched and scarred, hold for one last charge? Maguire's faith, that unshakable anchor from South's days, reignites the flame. They huddle pre-kickoff, visions of hoisting the shield dancing like fireflies. The drought, 19 seasons of what if s, teeters on this edge. Fans, the beating heart of Broncos Nation, deserve this catharsis, their unwavering roar through slumps now a thunderous demand for silver. But the cliffhanger grips. Storm's machine, polished to perfection, waits to devour dreams. Will Reynolds' boot split the posts in extra time? Or will fatigue claim the crown? The narrative arcs to its zenith, every tackle a chapter, every try a revelation. Maguire's bold bet, putting blokes on notice, didn't just pay off, it rewrote the Broncos' Bible. As the whistle nears, Reynolds' eyes gleam with the fire of unfinished business, a captain's vow etched in the club soul. There you have it, footy faithful, the untold fire behind the Broncos' blaze to the big dance. If this. Imagine dropping your star origin winger for showing up drunk to training, only to flip the script and recall him for finals glory. Has Michael Maguire lost his mind or found a masterstroke? If you're hooked on NRL drama, smash that subscribe button now for NRL Insider exclusives. The NRL Finals explode into Week 1 with heart-pounding matchups that could redefine legacies, starting with the Brisbane Broncos under new coach Michael Maguire facing the top-seeded Canberra Raiders in a qualifying final that screams redemption. Maguire, the hard-nosed mentor fresh from Origin duties, stunned everyone last week by axing Gahamat Shibasaki, the explosive Queensland Maroons gun known for his blistering speed and try-scoring prowess, after the winger breached team protocols by arriving intoxicated to Monday's session. Whispers around the club painted a picture of a young talent spiralling, his spot in the 17 ripped away as punishment, leaving fans reeling and questioning if the Broncos' finals hopes were doomed without his edge on the flank. But in a jaw-dropping U-turn that has the rugby league world buzzing, Maguire has welcomed Shibasaki back into the fold, spotting him training with the top squad and poised to